Hey guys, guess what? Ree-Ree messing with me at the dollar store. Now I remember before I made a video about Peaches and Ree-Ree messing with me at the dollar store. Okay, Ree-Ree. Peaches wasn't there. Nope, better yet, Peaches was working in the other line, but she wasn't bothering me. But Ree-Ree was. And I really believe the reason why I have so many problems with Ree-Ree, those types, is usually the same reason why I have a problem with Peaches. See, with them, they automatically assume I ain't never seen them before. They ain't never seen me before. Or at least I ain't aware of it. You know. But anyway, check it out. When they see me, automatically according to them, it's on for whatever reason. And I think what it is because they automatically assume that I'm not from the hood. They think I'm from the suburbs. You know, that I was born and raised in the suburbs with a silver spoon in my mouth, so to speak. Um, I'm from the hood. I grew up in Detroit near 7 Mile and John R area. Yep. And over there was nothing but weed houses, liquor stores, uh, gun violence, shootouts, fights, you name it. So I never desired to be Pookie and Ree-Ree. And like I said, at the time that I was coming up, it wasn't no Pookie and Ree-Ree. It was YBI, Butch Jones, Young Boys Incorporated. Okay. They was getting money. Big money. Okay. I'm not condoning drug selling, but they was getting paper. Okay. So I'm saying that to say this. Today's um, Pookie and Ray Ray, okay, the typical definition of a Pookie and a Ray Ray is, they live in the moment. Usually, the ones I've came across are living with a sister that's on Section 8, and he just getting the three P's. Pussy, plate of food, and a place to stay. Okay. He ain't really getting no money. And probably never will. Or the other Pookie and Ray Ray is the ones that got their cars kitted out. They nice looking cars, be tight. I give them that. Okay. And be frontin' like they that nigga. Okay, but really, they work at McDonald's or a car wash and they know how to work the tax thing of, they know the Peaches and Ree-Rees that um, don't have a baby daddy in the house. So they claim the kid for tax and throw them some and they get that ride hooked up and have their gear tight, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, getting back to what happened at the dollar store. So I came in there, right? I only had two items, Ree-Ree deliberately took one of my items and ringed it up and said that'd be 106. And I, reached over and I said, that right there. She gonna go, a lot of bass in her voice, but most of Ree-Ree's, they masculine and proud of it. So she gonna take my second item and slowly ring it up. And because I wasn't getting mad or nothing like that, usually I admit when I see a Ree-Ree, or a Peaches and Ree-Ree together, I know and understand they're gonna try to, mess with my time, no big deal. So anyway, she gonna say, she gonna ask me, you want a receipt? And I said yes. I'm like, oh man. And she wasn't bad looking, but she had that, I call it the masculine fade that I've seen plenty of Ree-Rees and Peaches wear in the hood all the way up until now. I admit before I go any further about Ree-Ree's behavior, the only hairstyle that I gotta admit that black females really look good in, and they, did away with it and started wearing that fake stuff, is the wrap. Even sisters that had heads that, ooh, I'm like, oh wow, she got a big ass head. They put the wrap on it. It was nice, but they did away with it because we liked it according to their twisted, sick, demonic mind. Ain't no motherfucker telling me what to do. So getting back to Ree-Ree. So she made it clear when I was leaving out, because there's always somebody behind you at the dollar store. Why? This is the dollar store that literally everything in there is $1. You know how some places you go to, they claim it's $1 till you go way in the back and you see some other stuff that you really like. It's really $5. Okay, this one, everything, I mean everything, literally, is $1. So when I'm leaving out, she gonna say to them, "Oh yeah, good morning." She cut her eyes over at me and looked at me like, "I'll never, ever be this nice to you." And I'm like, "Whatever, I just came here to get a few things, and I probably never, ever see you ever again. And you have a good day, you know." Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's really sad that these type of things always happen because in the end, Riri wants to take those panties off. And I gotta admit, growing up in the hood, I slept with my fair share of Peaches and Riri's. Why? Because they had violent brothers that really shot people. I remember this one, he shot this guy's eyeball out for looking at his girlfriend. Yeah, you know. But like I said before, I I knew when I was 6 years old I had to get away from my family. They was hood niggas and they was gonna die hood niggas. So I knew I had to get out of the hood. The hardest part was waiting to become legal age, according to the city and state lawmakers, that I am officially an adult. And I bounced. You know what I'm saying? So I never wanted to be Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I mean? And like I said, at that time when I was coming up, Pookie and Ray Ray really honestly did not exist. It wasn't until Section 8 and food stamps and anything free that the state made available for one thing, and they turned around and turned into something else. Other than that, they didn't exist. It was either brothers that was getting it, you know what I'm saying, and who they was. So I'm saying that to say this, Riri always, yeah, they have it in for me. On GP, never seen them before. But the sad part about it, they always want to take the panties off. It was two of them trying to get at me yesterday. And I gotta admit, they was cute. Lately, I'm almost slept with a few of them. But the thing is with them, a lot of times they're masculine. Now the Riri's is feminine and me looking really good. Those are the ones that get money. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's all loud and what and what. Okay, she ain't never had nothing, so she might have stumbled across and just got lucky and hit a lick, or maybe she was good at what she was doing and just decided to get a little money for a little minute. But she all out cold because they can't handle it because most of them are men with vaginas and they're masculine and ghetto and loud and overly flamboyant and they don't never have nobody. So they get upset with me because they don't want me, but because of the fact I'm about something, because women can pick up your energy. They don't want me, but they mad because I don't want them. And according to them, like Ice Cube said, once again, it's on. And it's sad. This is what, my third video about having a problem with either Peaches or Riri or both at the dollar store. Now, like I said earlier in the video, there was a Peaches over in the next aisle, and the sister that was behind me said, "Are you open?" She rolled her eyes like, "You see me over here ringing up shit?" "Yeah, I'm open." And the sister looked like, "Hey, don't make me come over there and bust you in the head." You know, see, that's the sad thing about Peaches and Riri. In this case, this is about Riri, is that they always bring things on themselves. Now, like I said, those are my viewers that watch my channel. Welcome and thank you, and I appreciate your support. If that's who you date, okay, this is cool. If that's who you date, hey, more power to you. Ain't tripping, okay. But usually, I've been getting a lot of flack from them more and more and more recently. So usually when that happens, I have to look on the news to see what's going on.